people of Baringo. You know, when you become a woman rep, you become a leader to the whole of the county.
Yes.
You don't only become a leader for the youths and the women. You become a leader to everybody. The first thing that we have in Baringo, we've got issues in Baringo that touches on nearly everybody. Like, for example, in Baringo, you know, it is a place where there is a lot of, we have drought in Baringo most of the time. And you realize that there is a lot of shortage of food in Baringo County. And I'm telling you, Komen, there is nothing bad like somebody going without food from morning till evening, and you come back home and there is nothing to eat. Sometimes as women, we really suffer a lot when there is no food, because the children will look at a mother to come back home with something to eat. You go to town, you toil the whole day, you try to do anything, there is nothing, and you come back without unga. And you know, for us, it is like we work, and whatever we get is from hand to mouth. You go to a kibarua, you get 200 shillings.
Yeah.
And you imagine you share 200 shillings to everything in the house. You are supposed to buy unga, you are supposed to buy salt, which is very important. It is a very useless and very cheap thing, but you cannot do without. You are supposed to buy vegetables. You buy everything using 200 shillings only. And you know, most of the people in Baringo County live for less than $1 in a day. So it is very little money. It's never enough. And what I want to do as a woman rep, I want to partner with all the leaders in Baringo County so that this water, the water that runs every other time when there is rain, carrying people, carrying animals, carrying everything else to the Kericho Valley, should be put to use so that people, first thing, to get food. So without food, I don't think we are going to do much. So because it is not directly in the pocket of the women rep, we have to partner with the governor and even the national government to make sure that people get water so that they can do irrigation. A place like Marigat, there's a small irrigation. That's why you see many people living in Marigat, because they can find something to eat. Yeah. A place like in Kericho Valley, we have Barwesa. We have a small irrigation also in Barwesa. If that irrigation can be expanded, if we can start other irrigations along the Kericho Valley, if we can have another irrigation apart from that one in Marigat, even in your place there, you have got a dam. I don't know what people are doing with that dam. If that dam can be used and some people can do irrigation, get vegetables, get some short-term food, then the issue of food must also, that is the first issue that should be sorted out, is people to get food. It is very painful, it is very difficult to lead people who are hungry.
True.
Number two, we have got empowerment for women. Women are the pillars of the home these days, and there's no doubt. There is no way a home can stand. There is no way a home can be called a home if the woman of that home is not standing upright. If the woman of that family, if any woman who stays in town the whole day talking fitina and so forth, if you go to her home, there is no home. But I am so happy for the women. The women these days have taken it standing. They are the pillars of the home. For anything to be, for the shambas to be cultivated, it is women. It is very difficult to see men going to the shamba with a djembe, staying there the whole day. A woman goes to the shamba in the morning, he carries a djembe, a jerrycan for water, a rope for firewood, and maybe some bag to carry some vegetables. So when she comes home in the evening, she will come with everything. She will come with firewood, with water, with what. So women need to be empowered. This money, the affirmative action funds, need to go to the women directly so that women can do their projects, small projects that they can do within their home. So that women can do their projects comfortably, they need to have water. That's why I'm saying water must be harvested, so that it reduces the time women go to the river, they go wash the clothes in the river, they come with 20 liters of water. It is not enough to cook, it is not enough to wash, it is not enough to do anything.
Yeah.
And even if you have animals at home as a woman, you need to have your water there so that you can give to your animals and you can do your work, your house chore within your compound. So my agenda is to make sure that the money, the affirmative action money, has empowered the women fully, so that these women will not be going to these finances, that they are given money, the percentage is very high, they are not able to pay. These people come to their homes, they take all the things, they take even the cows, the one cow that was there, and that is why many women have hanged themselves. Others have died because of blood pressure, because they cannot stand. If somebody comes and picks everything from your house, because of some little money you took, like 10,000, you are not able to do any business, you paid school fees, and you cannot be able to pay back the money. So we need to remove the women from that problem of hanging themselves and getting pressure, dying because of blood pressure, because of these deaths. The affirmative action money is given like grant. There's no single woman who can earn herself because it's been given 100,000 from affirmative. No way. Because that is money that the government has given to the women to empower themselves.
Now, looking at that women fund, the money that the Office of Women Rep is controlling, I think it's about 50 million, something between 40 and 50 million that is coming to Baringo. When you say you want to sort out the issues of women, how are you planning to distribute this money to these women and the youth? Okay,
what I will do, because this money belongs to the women, the youth, and people living with disability. What I will do to this money is I'll distribute according to their constituencies, and then later on it will trickle down to the wards. And then what I'll do, I'll call all the youths in their groups, of course. They have to have an activity. They have to register their groups. They have to start something so that you come and top up what they are doing.
Yeah.
And then I will call them. I want them to decide on their own on what they would like to do with their money. So every time before we give out the money, we'll call them for a meeting. They'll come and participate in the... They will come and tell us, they'll come and give us the agenda on what they would like to do as women, what they would like to do with the money, the same with the youth. And then after we have approved that what they will do will benefit them, then we can give them the money. If we think what they will do is not going to benefit them, then we'll take them for some courses, short courses. Because with this money, you are allowed to take women to courses. And on top of that, a comment, so that I don't forget, this money, even instead of dishing the money to the women and even the youth, because some groups will share the money. Somebody will go home with 5,000 or 2,000 or 3,000, and then it will not be of any help. What we can do is also we can take them to short courses, like training them to, training some ladies to make hairdressing. We can take them for cookery. They learn how to cook. They go for 4 or 5 months. They become full chefs. They become full hairdressers. And then with this money now, the people you have trained for hairdressing, you buy them the materials. You buy them the dryer, all those things that pertains to the hair. You buy the groups. You can put them in groups now. You give them. They have trained, they go and do their work. You take the cooks that have been trained, the chefs, you put them in groups according to the villages they come from. You buy them sufurias, buy them everything that they require for cooking. The sufurias, the plates, the cups, so forth, the spoons, and the jikos, and they can go do the cooking in the villages. When there is a wedding, they are the ones to be called. And there's a huge demand on, outside the country. A lot of demand. Like now when you are in the village, people do not even want to cook for 10 visitors. They just call the cooks. So you can empower them in a way. Because if you give the money, just money, and you don't teach them on how to utilize the money and grow the business, it will just get finished. So I'm planning, I have a big plan. I want to make sure that the money that I give them this year will last for 5 years. If I give them 100,000, a group this time, I want by the time I leave, they'll tell me they have 500,000 in their account. The businesses they are doing will have grown, they'll have made profits, and they'll be comfortable. I want the women to be comfortable. I will also buy them the machines to hatch the chicken in every sub-county, so that every group will be bringing their eggs, they hatch, they share, they take them to their groups or individuals. So that a woman will not be calling a husband at the gate to ask for sugar, to ask for salt, to ask for a sewing machine, a needle. The men will be free. They'll be doing the big things, the school fees, buying of clothes, kujenga maploti yao huko center, and the women will sort out the small things in the house.
That woman would be empowered.
Yes, so when you sell your chicken, even if it is 10 komen, ukiuza kuku 10 in a week, kuku 10 unapata shilingi 10,000. Wewe utaomba tena. Kazi yako utakuwa ukijipanga na pesa yako. Saa zingine hata unasaidia mzee. Unamwambia leo niko na extra. Ongeza na school fees.
That will be a lot of extras because 10,000 shillings a week.
Yeah.
That is almost 40,000.
Correct. And so it is possible, and it is workable.
So if you are disposing 50 chicken, that means that is 50,000.
Correct.
Wow. Before we continue,